Things were finally quiet in Hearthglen. For 2 days, no one talked about orcs. Tirion sat on his balcony and watched his son Talon riding his pony in the yard. He actually started to relax. He thought he could keep his secret forever. Then Captain Arden came running up the stairs. He was out of breath and looked terrified. It wasn't an attack. It was visitors. He told Tirion that an envoy from Stratholme was at the main gate, and they hadn't told anyone they were coming. It wasn't just a messenger. It was Lord Commander Saidan Dathrohan. He marched in with a whole regiment of soldiers behind him. Tyrion's heart hammered against his ribs. A high-ranking commander like Dathrohan didn't travel this far from the capital unless something was very, very wrong. Dathrohan gave Tirion a big hug. They were old friends who fought together in the Second War. They laughed and joked, but Tirion saw a look in Dathrohan's eyes. He wasn't just visiting a friend, he was investigating. He knew about the Eitrigg. Inside the council room, the truth came out. Barthilas was standing in the corner, smiling. He had reported Tirion to the High Command. Dathrohan was all business now. He told Tirion they were going hunting. As the governor, Tirion had to lead them right to Eitrigg. They left the next morning. Tirion rode at the front of the column. He felt like a traitor. He hoped the ruined tower would be empty, but he knew better. He knew Eitrigg wouldn't run away. Tirion was leading the army straight to his friend. And there he was, standing in the doorway of the ruin. Eitrigg didn't try to hide. He looked right past the soldiers and locked eyes with Tirion. He didn't look scared, he just looked disappointed. Tirion realized he had betrayed the only person who had shown him mercy. Barthilas wanted to be a hero. He charged at the orc, swinging his hammer. He thought it would be easy to kill an old, wounded orc. He was wrong. Eitrigg blocked the attack and punched Barthilas in the face. The young paladin dropped to the ground instantly. But there were too many soldiers. The footmen swarmed Eitrigg, cutting him down with their swords. Tirion just sat on his horse, frozen. He watched his own men beat the orc who had saved his life. He wanted to scream, but he couldn't get the words out. They didn't kill him. They threw him in a cage. The soldiers whipped him through the bars and spat on him. Barthilas was screaming, angry that he had lost the fight. Eitrigg just sat there, bleeding and silent. He had more honor than any of the knights standing there. Tirion couldn't watch it anymore. He snapped. He jumped off his horse, grabbed a whip from a guard and started hitting his own men. He screamed at them to stop the cruelty. For a second, he forgot about his rank. He just wanted to save a friend. It took 6 guards to hold him down. Dathrohan was shocked. He yelled, "Are you crazy?" Tirion tried to explain. He shouted that the orc had saved his life, that he owed him a debt. But nobody understood. To the Alliance soldiers, it sounded like madness. "Traitor!" Barthilas screamed. Dathrohan looked at his old friend and gave him one last chance. He told Tirion to stop this nonsense. All Tirion had to do was lie. If he just stayed quiet and let the orc die, he could go back to being the governor. But Tirion wouldn't lie. He refused to back down. Dathrohan had no choice. He ordered his men to arrest Tirion. Captain Arden tied Tyrion's hands, looking like he was about to cry. He asked, "Why are you doing this?" Tirion simply said, "For honor." The army marched back to Hearthglen. It was a sad sight. The orc was in a cage and the governor was in chains. They were heading to Stratholme to face trial. Tirion had kept his promise to Eitrigg, but he had lost his freedom, his title, and his home.